Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Well, I'm working on making my breakfast of the day. Oatmeal is a great source of complex carbohydrates. It doesn't bloat too bad, it doesn't stick around for too long, but in terms of carbohydrate energy, it sticks around way longer than a lot of other options we have out there. So, long-lasting, high-powered explosive energy, perfect for getting in some good strength training sessions. But today I'm going to be making a big batch of oats, and I always love just cramming as much nutrients into it as possible, really upping that nutrient density load. Now let's take a look at all the ingredients we're going to throw in with the oats as the milk comes to a boil on the stove. We're going to see what goes into these monster oats. Come on down. All right, so right here I've got 3 cups of dried oats that we're going to throw in. It's going to give us a big quantity of prepped oatmeal. And then check this out, right here I've got all of my ingredients, and this is some really good stuff, a mixture of fruits and nuts. You'll see right in there we've got some chopped up dried apricots, some dried cranberries, some chia seeds, about 2 tablespoons worth, some coconut chips, pecan pieces, raw sunflower kernels, and some pepitas or pumpkin seeds. Now all of that is going to come into here, and it's just going to really up the amount of fats, antioxidants, vitamins, lots of goodness that you can just be throwing in there versus if you just went and had regular oats without any added ingredients. So I'm all about that nutrient density. The more bang for the buck we can get in the meals, especially from the perspective of a super heavyweight strongman. I mean, I want as much nutrients as possible in my oatmeal, and that's exactly what we're going to get. So about all of these ingredients here that I've got right in this bowl, I put about a 1/4 cup to 1/3 of a cup of each one. With the exception of the chia seeds, we've got 2 tablespoons in there. So 1/3 to 1/4 cup of all of these in here, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, 3 cups of dried oats, and about the equal amount, 3 cups of a milk and water mixture. So we're gonna let that finish coming to a boil on the stovetop, and then it's chow time. This milk is warming up quite nicely. Now you have to use a big wooden spoon to really enhance the flavor effect of the oatmeal and just the overall aesthetic of yourself as you cook. In go the oats, 3 cups worth. I'm gonna let the oats soak just a little bit, get some of that milk in there, and then I'll throw in all the ingredients and just let it all thicken up real nicely. So on we go. Look at that. Here's the good stuff. All those fruits and nuts going right in. So just going to throw those all in there. Stir it up. And then just let it cook for a while. Let it cook until it gets as soft as you want it. And keep in mind that the oatmeal, you know, it'll sit more as it gets cooler. So it'll thicken up as you cool it. But this is going to be some nice and very visually appealing oatmeal. Lots of chunks of good stuff in there. It's nothing more stereotypical as to a boring breakfast than just looking at a bowl of plain unflavored oats without anything in it. But then when you start throwing in coconut, chopped up apricots, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, I mean, look at that. You got a whole bunch of color going on there. And when it comes to your plate, what you're putting in your body, the more color usually means more vitamins, more minerals, more good stuff. I am going to throw a little bit of extra water in there. This is thickening up and soaking up a lot of what I had put in. So a little bit of extra juice. And at the same time, I'm going to already go ahead and throw in a little bit of cinnamon. Oh, that's it came out pretty fast. And just a little bit of vanilla. I'll take this one nice and slow. A little bit of vanilla just for taste. And this, remember, with vanilla, a little bit goes a very long way. All right. Luckily there's lots of oats in there, so that splash of cinnamon will probably be just about right. But I'm going to stir this up a little bit. All right. So cover that up. Let it cook for a bit. Alright, so the oatmeal looks like it's just about done. You don't have to cook it with the top on, but when you put this many toppings in there, or ingredients, it's going to take a lot more water because those things have to suck it up too. So I put that top on just so that everything can really stick in the oats and not evaporate off. But take a look at this. When your oatmeal starts adhering to itself, you see like that little gooiness to it, it's done. But that's it. You got Monster Oats there, super loaded with all sorts of nutrients, fruits, nuts, seeds, more than just your plain old boring oatmeal. So this is a type of meal that's not really going to weigh you down too much, but it's going to give you the exact density load that you need to power yourself through a morning, a workout, a long work day, without bloating you or holding you back or making you feel heavy. So one of my favorites. Day's off to a good start. Man, that looks delicious. It smells good too. So oatmeal can be one of those canvas foods. And I mean that in a way that a canvas, you can paint a real pretty picture with it. You know, it's a template for you to just go crazy on how many different ingredients, nuts, seeds, fruits like I did here today. You can even make some savory, you know, more like dinner time oatmeal too. But the oat grain is a complex carbohydrate. It's going to give you some very explosive but longer chain lasting energy than some quicker digesting and metabolizing carbohydrates will. So it's a really good base to build your food fortress on top of. You start throwing things like nuts and seeds in there, you've upped the fiber intake, you've upped the fat intake, lots of healthy fats. You've thrown some antioxidants in there and other really nice minerals and vitamins. And then you start throwing some chopped up fruit in there as well. More minerals and vitamins. You've upped the nutrient density load. Instead of having that very plain, boring bowl of unflavored or very little toppings oats, look at this. Monster Oats. Bang for your buck. Lots of nutrient density. Lots of power to really supercharge you through whatever trials of strength lay in store for you on any given day. But I'm excited, and I've got plenty of oats to just last me quite a few more meals. So cheers. That's good.